Yo, what is going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here, and today I'm going to give you guys my full overall review of My Hero Academia Heroes Rising Plus Ultra, baby. Yo! This movie, excuse me, shatters the first movie. It shatters the first movie into pieces. Because honestly, this is the only My Hero movie that you should really care about. You should really care about because listen, man, with this My Hero movie, what the author intended to when it comes to this movie too, it was supposed to be like the original ending on how My Hero Academia was originally supposed to end. It was an ending that he had planned at first before having whatever ending he has now. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like equivalent to that, but like it's probably going to be a lot more different. And I think that's what's going to turn a lot of people like, huh?
You what?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, a lot of people are gonna just be like, what? Nani? Like, that's gonna be very odd to see that, you know, particular scene at the end. And it's just like, what the actual fuck? Like, it's so weird. Like, I don't understand. Like, yo, like, it was cool. It was epic. It was dope as all shit. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was hyped. And then we had this one dude, which is funny too. I had one dude in the front row of the theater who was extremely hyped. Like, this dude was all over the place. He was like spazzing out when there was like an epic fight. Like, I don't know if he was like spazzing out over the fights or maybe he was on drugs. I don't know. But who knows though. It was still cool though. Like, he was actually really excited. There were a lot of like gas from like the audience and stuff like that. Well, I didn't really have a really big crowd because I went to an earlier showing. So because of that, I didn't really have like the biggest crowd ever, like to actually see the movie, but it was fine. I didn't need like a gigantic, humongous crowd, because then it's gonna be like a bunch of motherfuckers like talking a bit. Because while the audio was pretty good for the most part, because I did watch this in English dub, not the sub. Because when I watch a movie, I'd rather kick back, relax, and not try to concentrate my eyes on like reading, you know, what it's gonna be said. Because there's a sub version as well that's also out in theaters. But I'm just like, nah, I'd rather just go for the dub. Like, it is what it is. And don't get me wrong, I really do love the dub. The dub is actually really great. So, yeah, so it's fine. I love the dub. The dub to My Hero Academia is actually really great. So, don't get it twisted. I love the dub. So, it's just that the audio, like, you know, the same thing happened with Brawly. When I watched Brawly, it was the same thing a bit. But they did fix it towards, like, a little bit after, like, 5 minutes. Like, it was low at first, I guess because the music was extremely high. And the effects and the music, for one thing, was absolutely, astronomical. Like, I know I screwed that word up. I don't care. It's just phenomenal in general. Like, the music, the OST. Like, again, the voice actors, you know, for the English dub, they did a really great job. You know, the cast and crew, you know, of the dub did a really great job. They really did. Pretty much the main focus of the story is that there is a villain that was created pretty much like similar to One for All, pretty much, where he actually donated part of his cells in order to actually increase his lifespan. But there's a catch though, because if he goes over a certain limit, kind of like I would say like All Might, like his downfall is if he uses too much of that, he'll like lose pretty much like most of his stability and he'll start to get weaker. But even so, like, even if he does go the extra mile, like, he can do it for a certain amount of time, but then after a while, after going completely exotically all out, he would actually, you know, start to get himself weakened, even though later on you could see that he is pushing himself way more than the further limit, especially at the very end. Like, this motherfucker, he is so clean. Granted, even though that's his one weakness, he was still clean. Like, this dude was using all sorts of crazy fucking quirks, man. It was absolutely insane. Like, yeah, exactly, because One for All has like all these amazing quirk abilities, you know, like he has like so many quirks within his body. Like, he has this like blue eyes white dragon sort of fucking thing. It was really cool. Like, I like certain things like that too. Like, this villain I love way better compared to the first villain in the actual movie. Like, the villain was just there just to be like, oh, I'm just gonna cause this, you know, scene because you have this thing that we need and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like typical superhero villain thing, whatever. So, that was just, you know, it is what is there. But, I mean, except for the ending fight. The ending fight, though, was, woo-wee! It was still really good. I still really enjoyed that ending scene, though, with the fight alone. That was superb. Like, I love that fight scene. But even though I love that fight scene, the ending fight scene in this movie, it shuts it down, man. It literally shuts it the fuck down, man. Like, it really, really does. I would go into more further detail, but I'm that kind of dude who doesn't really like to spoil this experience for all, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are already spoiling the damn, you know, movie as it is already. But I will say this, though. The end fight to this movie was absolutely amazing. You will love the end fight to this movie. You can't deny. Like, you thought, like, Midoriya versus Overhaul was some, like, crazy shit. Wait till you see this, because this even made my jaw drop. And, like, oh, man. Oh, holy shit, man. Oh, dude. The team up, man. The team up, man. The team up. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. I was spazzing. I was going to be that dude from the front row in the theater and start spazzing the fuck out. But, yo, besides that ending scene, the fights in this movie as well are way better than the fights in the first movie. Because you got, you know, the side villains from the first movie. They were, like, mid-tier at best. Not really, like, anything too impressive. At least to me, they weren't. Like, they were kind of cool, but they weren't, like, that impressive. Like, because the thing is, the fights didn't last that long. And, yeah, the fights weren't even that long. And they didn't seem to be really, really giving it their all compared to these motherfuckers that 9 hired. Ooh. Oh, man, all of them were so freaking cool. Oh, man, yeah. The wolf dude was freaking cool. You know, the hair chick with the swords, she was cool as well. And then who else? And then, of course, well, besides 9 was the MVP. 9 was the MVP. Man, he was the MVP of the main villains. Granted, but I would have to say second best of the MVP? The wolf dude. I forget his name. The wolf dude. The fucking, the wolf dude. And I love this dude's voice too, because he has the same dub voice as Smoker from One Piece. And it's ironically enough because this dude also has a cigar. And I'm like, yo, that's so Smoker. Oh shit. And I got Smoker vibes from that too. Like, oh shit, let's go, son. Oh, I'm ready for this, man. Oh, man. This was some astronomical, extraordinary shit, man. I absolutely enjoyed it. All the fights were good. Every single character from UA that you could think of gets their moment to shine in this movie. There were a shit ton of amazing fights. A lot of characters get involved, kind of like One Piece Stampede. Granted, I have not seen One Piece Stampede yet because of faraway theater and, you know, timing constrictions were a little bit wonky and off with that. And I'm saying this right now, man. This is by far the best anime film I have seen in a long while.
Well, why you boring me? I'm right.
Granted, look here.
Look here. Look, listen.
I have not seen One Piece Stampede yet, so maybe I shouldn't make that claim as of yet. I have still not watched One Piece Stampede. I really want to watch One Piece Stampede, but again, the Blu-ray is coming out this month, so I will be checking it out. And I will clearly say if One Piece Stampede beats the My Hero movie. Because again, the thing is, both of these movies came out last year. Well, My Hero came out at the very end of last year. It was in December, like the middle of like the holiday season, stuff like that in Japan. Yeah, it was like the holiday season in Japan. But in America, we didn't get it till 2 months later, around February. But with Broly, it was weird. Because we had it in December in Japan. Then a month later in January, it was a bolt out, dubbed and subbed. So that was kind of weird there. But anyways, yeah. But oh man, dude, the fights, man, and the animation too. The animation was crispy clean. That again is Studio Bones. I'm not really too surprised. But I will say the animation in this movie was far superior compared to the last movie that we got. Because even though, yeah, the last movie looks like they just had the same TV animation but just upgraded a bit, this looked like an actual anime movie, and I was really stoked for that. Excuse me. So basically, yeah. So basically the whole movie, they're just on the island. They're just basically, so pretty much this whole movie is taking place on that island. But there's a lot of environments too. It's not just like that one resort island though. So basically, you know, you have these kids and whatnot. They're there too, and they play a pretty big role as well. Because apparently, like her big sister was in charge of watching her brother, and her dad hasn't been around. But what happens is that 9 pretty much, you know, you know, is on the move, and it looks like, you know, he's stabilized because just like One for All, pretty much when it comes to 9, he's able to take people's quirks as well. So he's able to take quirks just like One for All, pretty much similar to that situation, and he's able to use all those quirks in his like will, and it's fucking insane. But like I said, the only weakness, you know, about him though, like if he goes completely over the top, then yeah, he will become weaker, but not as weak though. The end though, the way he went all out at the end though, was phenomenal. And you're gonna see some familiar faces, you're gonna see some like familiar villains, you'll see them in the actual movie as well, but I'm not gonna go into too further, like a lot though. But there's a lot of familiar characters, man. A lot of them you're gonna see in this movie. I don't want to give the end fight away though, because that's a huge spoiler. I don't want to give out so many other fights and what major fights they're gonna play, because oh, by the way too, speaking of spoilers, if you're a fan of the manga, this is pretty much more for the manga fans, because there's a lot of things I haven't even covered in season 4, yet probably not till season 5 either. Like certain attacks in the actual movie are certain attacks that get that are revealed in the recent manga chapters that are out right now. So there's a lot of those attacks. I'm like, wait a minute, whoa, that's a manga move, and that's another manga move. Oh shit, there's that one move that there's one that we're gonna see pretty soon in season 4 that Midoriya does, so that's going to be a thing. That's going to be a key factor for the Midoriya versus Gentle fight once we get to that. But yeah, there's that too, and not only that, but we also get, like, yeah, all the new moves we get are from the actual manga. I'm just like, yo, what the hell? They're like recent manga chapters that we didn't even get past like season 5 yet, like what the hell? So that's pretty insane itself. So it's actually really insane. The end fight though, again, much better than the first one. Even though the first one was really, really great, this is way more better on an epic portion of scales. So when it comes to the My Hero Academia movie, Heroes Risings overall, it is one of the best anime films I've seen in a long time. The grade for this movie is going to be absolutely high. I think the only downside to it though is that, well, yeah, I think it's not perfect, mind you. Granted, it's not perfect. Listen here.
Look, listen.
It's not perfect, mind you. I mean, the only downside I think I would say, I guess the only nitpick I have, is that if you are an anime only, you are going to get a bit spoiled on... Oh, Nine's backstory was pretty... Well, I was going to say Nine's backstory could have been revealed a lot more better, I guess, because... Well, actually, no, we did get to know that, you know, just like No, actually, no, we did get to know about him. I do remember, because he wants to create this, like, society like Shigaraki, pretty much. He wants to be the next Shigaraki. That's pretty much what it is. He wants to be the next Shigaraki, even though he is technically working for him. It's like, look, I have my dream. Let me be the one true ruler. I don't want you, like, don't get me wrong, you're an amazing person as well. I admire you, but look, man, this is what I've been working on. This is what I want to do. This is my dream. I don't need you, man. Like, I got my own posse. I got my boys. Like, I'm joining the League of Villains. I'm actually doing that. So if Shigaraki's like, all right, let's see if you're put up to the test and stuff like that, and you'll see the end result of that way later on. So yeah, I think the only downside to the movie is that if you're an anime only, you'll get spoiled for a lot of manga stuff revealed and stuff like that. Yeah. That's the only downside I will say though. So I would say read parts of that manga, read all the recent stuff from the manga, and then probably go see this movie. Because that's the way I feel about this movie. You're better off reading the manga to those parts, and then actually going out and watch the movie. That's the way I feel. So for the anime onlys, be warned, if you want to watch it, you will get spoiled for a lot of things that they reveal that are like in the manga. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I don't wait, what is that? Or what is this? Or what is that? They're gonna get so confused. I'm like, really? They can do stuff like that? Yeah, because that's why it's going more further past like season 4 stuff and whatnot. So that's the reason why. But other than that though, the story didn't feel slow. The pacing didn't feel too fast or too slow. It balances stuff out compared to the first movie, I would say, where things were just like a tad bit more slower. It didn't really pick up to like later on. This felt like it needed its moments to slow down, and then it needed its moments to speed up. The action was top notch. Once again, the action, the fights itself were also very well done. Nine is a really beastly character, really super clean. Same with his posse, same with his boys. So, and girl, mind you, sorry, and girl. So yeah, so the movie rating overall will be a 9.5 out of 5. Again, knocking it down a peg because it's not for everyone. It's mainly for people who do read the manga more. especially when it comes to the ending, because it's supposed to be how originally he wanted to end My Hero Academia, and you'll kind of see why when you watch the ending on why this was the original ending that he intended to. Before that, now he has a new ending that's already planned out, he already knows, but this was the original concept before the ending he already has planned out. This was the original concept that he had when it comes to the manga's end. Keep that in mind too when you actually watch the ending fight. But I'm telling you right now, go see it. 9.5 out of 10. Definitely an amazing plus ultra movie. Definitely one of the better movies. I don't know if we're ever going to get another My Hero Academia, but I heard rumors that we're not. This might be the last one, though, but we'll see on that, though. But either way, it was still worth it. Still worth the purchase. Still worth the money. Even though it wasn't like the $5 deal, that's going to be excluded. But it is what it is. It was still worth it. It was still worth it. It was still worth your money. Go out and go see it. If you are a manga, if you want to get spoiled, it's fine. Hey, if you don't care, you know, whatever about that, that's fine. That's the thing that I would not point just a little bit off of that, because I would say it's more for that. But other than that, though, everything else was just super fire. Like, I had a really amazing time watching this movie. Go see it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have seen it, if you love the movie, or you don't think it's as great as anything out to be, let me know. So, peace, soul, love, fine. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting Retributive what you watch, as Brave Master would say. Take to this, aim for the skies, and go beyond plus ultra. Be sure to rate the video, comment, subscribe, click that bell, join the squad, boys. Follow all my social media plugins and my gamer tags as well.